Live on Broadway from Denver. Don't go anywhere. We have some spooky stuff and some really spooky stuff and then some not so spooky stuff. Don't go anywhere.
All underneath my legs right now.
I know.
Oh, it's whack.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about.
Welcome
we can talk about that.
back.
Hey, Liz, thank you. We were just we chat in the middle all the time, and Fee was just telling. Well, this is Fee to my right. Our brains, Liz, behind the glass here in the ladies' room. Thank you, Liz. And who are these fine men? We have two hashtag one lucky guy Colorados.
Hashtag two lucky guys.
Hashtag two. Tell us who you are. What are you doing here, Spencer? What you doing? And Warren.
Wade.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Dang it! I really did.
I know.
I was like, I'm gonna go on a limb here.
Should I start the
It's
slow
okay.
clap now or?
Snarky,
Yeah.
snarkster.
That's funny.
These are ghost hunters,
Yep.
generally speaking, paranormal investigators
Yep.
Correct.
here in Denver.
Yep. For sure. Yeah. And so a little bit about what we do is we started our business about a year ago. And we go to several different locations with permission from our clients. And we really go to figure out what's going on and find the truth behind the different myths, stories, or legends, or experiences that they're having, or claims that they say. And so we've basically dedicated ourselves to being able to do that. And so we go out, and our mission is to neither prove nor disprove,
Right.
but to let truth speak
Yeah,
for
I
itself.
love that. Yeah. So they have a lot of truth they're going to bring to us, and we wanted to go give it the warning again out since it's Halloween week, and that's of course why you guys are here because it's
Yep.
Halloween week, and a lot of people this is on their mind. This
It's my
sort of
birthday,
paranormal.
so I'm glad everybody
Today?
celebrates it. Halloween.
No,
Oh, Halloween!
Halloween,
is.
yeah.
Oh my God,
That's
happy
awesome.
early
Yeah,
birthday!
yeah.
Awesome.
It's nice to have everyone come out for your birthday.
Yeah, they all come out for their
Candy
birthday,
for
yeah.
all.
Come knock on your door and say hello.
Yeah,
you
no
gotta go
kidding.
trick or drinking.
Ah, there you go. So we have a quick clip for you guys. So stay tuned. You're going to watch this quick clip, and then we'll come back.
I was just thinking.
Mike,
Glowing. I'm like, look at my face in your look at your phone. I look like my head is just floating in midair because it's so dark. I think can't really make one in here. You gotta.
so guys, I got someone from, have you seen, the Fee and Me videos? I got someone from them, and, she's my mom, Colorado
Hi.
Megan.
I'm me, MEE, from Fee and Me.
Colorado Megan.
I'm just putting a light on me so you can see them because you can't see anything, honey.
And, she's, playing some Pokemon Go.
I'll put the flashlight. I'll light you. How about
You see the Pokemon Go?
Oh, too late. I'm messed up.
Sorry, guys.
Silly.
Silly mom.
There.
That is crazy, Mom. Mom! Mom is just like, woo!
Bam.
Lights.
Let the
Bang. Woo! So, guys, it's,
Introduce me again since nobody saw us.
this is, Colorado Megan right there.
Hi, I'm Colorado Megan from Fee and Me.
And, also, we are gonna be, I got some Snickers. Snickers. Shout out to the channel Snickers. Snickers. You guys get it? Snickers.
Snickers
Dataphiles.
satisfies.
Snickers. You get it? Candy Snickers. Channel Snickers. Who really cares?
What did you do? So what's your video about today? You just
Um,
wanted to introduce Fee and Me?
No, that's not all, guys. Guys, beware if you're playing Pokemon. If you guys play Pokemon Go at night, beware. There's been some killer clowns on the loose, and some like clowns. Some guy was playing Pokemon Go when a killer clown just popped out of nowhere, and I'm like, literally got ran over by a car.
Yeah.
And no joke, we haven't seen the video yet. We've just seen the title of the video, no joke. And no, seriously.
I know, it's dangerous.
Yeah,
And
so
some people are dressing up like clowns and hurting people.
some people are dressing up like clowns and hurting people, like teenagers. They think it might be funny and all, but no, they could get like shot or sent to jail
Yeah.
or something.
Right?
Yeah, that's not funny.
No.
Teenagers are doing it even.
Yeah, they think it's funny, but it's not.
Even kids.
Okay, my arm's hurting, so you want to say goodbye for now and do this another time?
So goodbye. Oh, and by the
Nice
way,
to meet you.
oh, and by the way, she's my mom from
Hi.
Fanny, Colorado, Michigan. Bye.
So that was a nice warning from Xander. Actually, Mike. He goes by Mike on YouTube. Sorry, Xander blew it.
Name
About
drop. Way to go.
the killer clowns that are on the loose. And we said last week it's funny because he kind of poses that as if there's like a farm of killer clowns and they got out and they're all on the loose now.
They've escaped and they're running amok.
And so don't play Pokemon Go at night because they are everywhere. And we've been talking about this for a few weeks with Halloween coming because I really am. My big thing is I don't want teenagers to copycat because someone's going to get killed. And they're. Have you heard about these guys?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, and we were just talking about how kind of like the ice bucket challenge, how one person does it and then someone else does it and someone else does it. So we definitely discourage that kind of behavior.
Yeah,
so
don't.
we just want to make sure that you guys don't do that.
No, yeah, because people are not only getting in trouble, but they're going to get killed.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
because that's scary.
Come across the wrong person.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. I'm like, it's not going to be me.
Oh no, I'll run them over. I will run them down. I will chase them through the forest. Yeah. Anyway, because you don't know. They could be. You don't know who they are. They could be
Yeah.
They
just
pop out of-
pranking or not. You
Yeah,
know.
they pop out.
Yeah.
You don't know if they're actually there to hurt you or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So be careful of that. Don't let your teenagers do that or you, please. You know what? If you're going to do it as an adult, that's on you. I'm
it.
not part of that system.
Do it. I dare you.
Yeah, me neither.
I dare you. Come find me. Let's do this.
Hey, if you have seen a killer clown though, or a clown, creepy, not killer actually, tweet us. I'm
Right.
at Colorado Megan. Tweet us and let us know. We'll read them. We'll read them out loud.
I'm at Feezus.
At Feezus. You want to spell that?
P-H-E-E-S-U-S, like fee plus Jesus.
Nice.
Good
Feezus.
combination.
Feezus.
Right.
You can write to her.
Right.
I don't want to hear it.
Yep. And in a way, I kind of feel bad for the real clowns. People actually have a legit job and they go.
Did you see the last
Exactly.
week when I said
Uh,
you did?
I did.
When the lady said, the lady had a quote, I think we should call them people dressed as clowns because real clowns wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Well,
I was like,
still
wow, that's PC enough for me.
yeah, that works. But I still feel bad,
You
so.
feel bad. Oh, you got to put them for the clowns.
I know.
Aw.
Paint a face and a smiley face on you.
Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So Wade and Spencer. See, when I do my radio show, I have everything, the names especially, written down because when you're thinking ahead, it's a little hard to remember. So it's nice to cheat, but I can't here. Wade and Spencer, did you meet?
Yes,
Fee?
I did. in fact, before the
Yeah.
camera started rolling, we did, in
Oh, I'm
fact,
so
meet.
glad. Look at you. Good. So they are paranormal investigators. How long have you been doing the investigations? Like you told me on the phone, you've been doing this sort of thing really since you were a kid?
Yeah, since I was a kid, and it all kind of all started when I was about 12 years old. I just started noticing things. I've always been fascinated with nature and the planet and just different things here and there, and just the way that we know so little about so much of our environment. I mean, every day we take for granted sometimes some of the simplest things, and I just always been fascinated with that. And then it wasn't until high school, in my high school, I actually started getting involved with my fellow high school students, and we put together our own little team. And as I was explaining to you
That's
little
cool. How fun.
bit earlier, about how we were in an old school.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and
The,
Denver Academy.
Denver Academy. I didn't know if you want to name it, but it's old building.
Yeah.
And now they're buying another really old building.
Well, they have one.
Oh, they
They've
have
moved to a new location, which is I don't know. I can't remember where it's at, but
It used to be a asylum. Is that what you
yeah,
said?
yeah. It was the old Bethesda Mental Institution, and then it was the first tuberculosis center in Colorado.
Okay.
And so Denver Academy has been really good about buying these old buildings and then keeping them historic, but also using them for functional. And it's a school, and so they were able to do that. And I went to the old Denver Academy. It used to be down off Gaylord Race Street.
Right, I remember that. And
Yep.
they just they like ghosts and stuff there, I guess. Buying all these old
I don't know.
asylum.
Yeah.
Really? Hey kids, this will make you artistic.
Yeah.
So
But-
bring out your inner art.
Yeah, but I do give them credit for trying to keep historical value.
No, it is. That's very cool. Yeah.
And then making it something good for kids to learn.
Yeah. Way to throw me under the bus. No big deal.
Yeah. Oh, great.
It's easy to do. It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
I set them up all the time. I'll set them up. You knock them down. Wait, how long have you been involved in this? And what got you started?
Personal experiences. When I was younger, I had a couple different personal experiences, and Spencer and I, we'd met at work and talking together about this. We decided that we want to do this as a business together because we don't like how some of the so-called ghost hunters on television do what they do on TV. So we decided to do it ourselves.
So you guys are like the Winchesters as opposed to the Ghost Facers.
Right.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Excellent. We
Yeah.
love the Winchesters because you lean more on science and historical data.
Right.
And how does that work, real quick?
So basically, what we do is we collect data. So we go to places and we just collect mountains and mountains of data, and we can't just go to an area one time and then say, okay, we know everything,
Right.
because that's impossible. So what we do is, like I said, we collect all this data and then we don't ever say anything. We never tell anybody their place is or is not haunted. That's not our job. That's not what we do. And so after we compile all the data and we go through and we sift through anything that we find that kind of sticks out, we always ask our clients and our viewers, what do you guys think this is? We want your input. We want to know what you think and feel. And so we don't want to ever predetermine or tell somebody, hey, it says this or it is this or that.
Right.
Because that's not fair.
Yeah, right.
you can't-
What are some of your experiences from childhood that intrigued you?
Well, one of the ones when I first moved to Colorado, I was about 10 years old, and I was sleeping downstairs in Lakewood, and I was laying in bed with my blanket of invulnerability, and I looked over on my wall, and I had a Fran Tarkenton poster on the wall, and it was a green, kind of a mist over that Fran Tarkenton poster. And so I put the blanket over my head, and when I put it back down, I had a little train on my desk that started up on itself and kind of rolled off my desk and hit the floor.
Wow.
Yeah. So then after that, I ran upstairs and told my dad that somebody was looking in the window at me, and he let me sleep upstairs. I didn't want to admit that I saw a ghost or something like that.
Well, yeah, it is a little tricky
Yeah.
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 because especially adults, I think, kind of write it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they write it
definitely.
off, and then
Yeah,
you
just-
feel a little
Yeah.
silly.
Yep. So,
So-
yeah, I didn't want to sleep in my room that night.
Liz, do you have any experiences, real quick, with paranormal? I know we have a minute for our hard break, so
Yeah. So I think I did
yeah.
at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science.
I love that place.
Okay. So I was there with a school trip with other people from my industry, and we were just standing there waiting for each other. You wait for people to go to the bathroom, and then you go
Right.
on to the next thing. And then all of a sudden, this woman who's dressed like a pioneer comes up to me, and she starts like engaging me in dialogue, and she's like, and I'm like, just freaking out because I don't know if she's real or not, but
But you saw her, like
I
physically?
saw her
Wow.
and I acknowledged her.
Wow.
And- yeah.
cool.
That's cool. Okay, you know what? We're going to go to a break real quick, but we'll be right back with more of that. Again, I'm at Colorado Megan, and this is at Feezus.
Feezus.
If you want to send us any of your sightings or paranormal experience, we'll also talk about this on Counterculture Colorado and beyond on KZKO Radio on Saturday. But don't go anywhere because we'll be right back with more about spirits and good and bad and all that.
Tonight's the night, and I know that you're down. You're the hottest girl in sight. I'm the alpha alpha male. Mother Nature will prevail, and when I kiss your lips, it's like the Holy Grail. Everything you do, it drives me crazy. Now it's time for me to show you, baby, what I want to do to you. I need your loving. I feel like making love to you.
We want to take advantage of this area as the highest concentration of cannabis centers anywhere in the world. If you're looking for cannabis in Colorado, you should come to the Green Mile.
Colorado Harvest Company.
Motel Minute. Motel Minute. Hi, Mom, I love you.
World Viral.
Hey, welcome back to the ladies' room here in the womb of Herman's Hideaway, live on Broadway in Denver.
It's creepy every time.
It's creepy every time I say it. That's why I do it.
The womb.
The womb.
This is not a womb.
It's better than saying the death trap or the
Basement, the
the
hate
I don't know.
fees.
4 in 1 room, that's kind of crowded.
Yeah,
A little crowded.
Just-
Settle down, guests. Okay, no, we never said the name of your company. I don't think.
Oh yeah, it's STAR, which stands
STAR.
for Scientific Truth and Analytical Research.
Very cool, and I love your approach. I love that you really. They're not trying to disprove or prove anything. They just gather data and then let their client decide, basically.
Yep.
So it's very cool. So what we talked about on the phone as well was dangerous spirits or the difference between spirits and ghosts. So you guys want to take that for us?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Well, basically, a ghost is an image, like you're going to watch a television show. So it's a recorded image. So it can be recorded, like if you got a lot of quartz in there, a lot of quartz in the area or something like that. It's basically a ghost is a recorded image, and a spirit is actually something you can interact with.
Yeah, so, the easiest thing I tell people is, like you watch a DVD, okay, that's a ghost. A ghost is an image that's recorded onto a medium, played back on a medium, through a medium, viewed through a medium, meaning that when you go to the theater, you see somebody in an airplane, they jump out, and no matter what you say, they're still going to do it. You can't interact with it. And you're watching.
So it's just sort of feedback from the universe of something that happened before, or a recording.
Well, right, like Wade said,
hologram or-
it's just an image that gets played, or sound that gets played over and over and over and repeats and has you can't interact with. I mean, it does its thing.
More interesting reruns.
Do you ever think it's kind of like
Yeah.
parallel universes or like time just like interlapping with each other?
Well,
We've actually talked about that a
talked
little bit.
about that,
One of our viewers actually asked us and brought that up about
Yep.
some of the ways we actually do our approaches to talk to spirits now at this time.
yeah, and one of our viewers suggested that maybe that spirits are in a different realm, but in a different dimension. So would our words, would it be backwards to them? In a sense, or like a mirror image, but would they be able to hear certain sounds at certain times, but would it be backwards? So
that's a spirit, not a ghost.
Spirit, right. So we took to the deal of trying to play some pre-recorded stuff in reverse. So hopefully maybe they could hear it.
Oh, look at you reaching out.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We think of these things, and so that's why we say we collect data. And so a spirit is basically us, but without a body. And
okay.
And so it's intelligent. You can communicate with it.
Okay.
And we say their loved ones, usually like grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, brother, sister, people that you love, people that you, have just passed on. They'll come and visit, make sure you're okay. Those kind of things. They're friendly. They're the ones that are,
Can they affect things in the physical?
I mean, I can't.
That we can't say for sure.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
You got a guy in your
Yeah.
house, a spirit or a ghost?
Remember he sent me a present when I first moved in?
Oh, that's right.
And then he knocked a bunch of pictures off the wall last month?
Yeah.
Or no, I guess it was a couple months ago.
So that would be a spirit then. That's
No.
not a ghost, right?
Well, yeah, we don't.
One of the experiences I had when I was in the Navy, I was living in Bremerton, Washington. We were a bunch of us guys in the house, and we would turn the radio on to a rock channel, and and we'd be sitting around drinking beers and things like that, and all of a sudden the music would fade out to a country station. So we got tired of that. It was doing it over and over. We'd go into the radio dial and turn it a little bit to get the rock station back in, and then while we're sitting in there, we'd go back to the country station. So we actually marked the dial and found out that it actually moved probably about a quarter inch on the dial to the country station.
Oh, interesting. So what Liz saw would be a ghost?
No,
just
Liz
like
would see a spirit, somebody
she
that
interacted.
Yeah, that she interacted
Okay.
and that she was able to communicate. And so, you know, and we talked about like on the phone a little bit the difference between the good spirits and bad spirits
Right.
and things like that. And you know, that museum is my favorite place. I absolutely love that museum. There's so much history behind that.
Keep that up on your.
So sorry.
There you go. No, that's
Yeah.
okay. That's better.
So,
Not
yeah,
good.
there's so much history there, and so there are people from the time period that go and you know that were there to visit and
Yeah.
and to see stuff. So
Yeah, I thought I was going fucking crazy.
Yeah?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, what? Nobody else saw it.
Huh.
The people who were
And
with
then did
me.
she just disappear or
Yeah,
dissipate?
I
or
turned around to look for my friend, and then I turned back and gone.
Wow.
I love it when animals confirm things.
Oh,
Yes.
how's that look?
Oh, like when me and Matt were at the drive-in like a couple months ago or something, and like we both saw this like person go like running past the car, like a black like shadow just like running past the car
yeah.
or whatever, and like I was like, oh snap, did you see that? And he got all freaked out, but like he's like, yeah, I did. I was hoping that it wasn't a thing. And then like Mushu, my little Chihuahua, he was like, as soon as it did, he's like perked up
Yeah.
and he's like watching
Yeah.
like right at the spot that it was. He's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like they perk their eyes up or like
Their ears go up.
He'll go bark at a corner sometimes.
Huh, interesting. Do you remember the time we saw those white things?
Yeah, the little lights.
Yeah.
The little firefly lights.
They were,
Fire,
we were
fire.
parked we were eating our fast
Yeah,
food.
there were like a bunch
and we
of
were
them.
parked
There
in
was
the
like
parking lot at a
hundreds of
school,
them.
and they all of a sudden they were everywhere, and we were both at the time going, I wonder if she sees that, and I'm like, do you see
It was
that?
almost like when you pinch your eyes shut and then you open it, and it's got
The
like
little stars.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
like we were totally cognizant, open
Yeah.
eyes, and I don't know.
oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
It was
what are
fun.
those? What would those be called?
I have no idea. I
No
wasn't
idea.
there. I can't see you. You know,
Come
I
on.
wish I was you. I wish I was there to experience that.
It was cool, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, we deal with a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
On a regular basis, and you know, like I said, our job for our clients and for the people is to really try to figure out what is environmental.
Right.
And then what is real, and that's why we collect data. Is we just go all seasons. We're doing it in the winter. We're doing it in the summer, in the spring, the fall.
I was wondering, is there a season where there's a heightened activity or not
Well, and-
with spirits?
That's actually what we're working on right
Yeah.
now. We started out in the winter up in Central City in one of the graveyards up there.
Oh, yeah?
And had some interesting stuff happen up there, so we've been trying to go back during the summertime.
I
Yeah.
totally filmed a music video in that cemetery.
Oh, really?
Yes.
How'd it go? Was there weird things happening?
A
or-
couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a nosebleed.
Oh.
That wouldn't stop.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's about 5 or 6 different cemeteries right up there above Central City.
Yeah.
We used to go hang out in them.
Yeah.
We're creeps. That's
So
cool.
now
I used to do a
that
bunch of crap.
brings me to my next question: is I'm curious, like, should people? Can they affect you to the point where people should be alarmed? Are there spirits or ghosts? I guess not. If they're just a recording.
Right,
but-
right. Yeah. So spirit. So, you know, and like I said, this isn't an exact science. I mean, if everybody, it varies.
Right.
Everybody's experiences are all different. Some people can get nauseous. Some people can get feeling like, you know, they're creeped out, or, you know, they have like their hair stands on end.
Mm-hmm.
They get the goosebumps, whatever.
Nosebleeds?
Yeah, nosebleeds. I
Nosebleeds,
mean,
yeah.
everybody is affected differently.
Right.
And everyone's experiences are all different. So we can't really nail down any given,
But
you know, this
but
happened.
can
this
they
happened.
actually? Do they want to like attack? And should people be afraid? If
Well,
because
I
a
would
lot of
go.
people get fearful, but I never really.
Well,
have.
I wouldn't go messing with it if that's my point. You know,
Don't poke it with a stick.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like, you
Basically,
know,
what we do when we first go into a location, we kind of announce ourselves and say that we're not here to disrespect anybody or anything.
Right, yeah.
We're not here to do anything to antagonize or instigate anything. We kind of put it like if you were walking into somebody's house because they're there, they reside there. They're not
Right.
going to walk into your house and start calling you names and yelling at you.
Right,
or
yeah.
fight.
No, that's
we don't
true.
do that with the
right.
spirits as well.
Yep.
Point.
Yep. They are people still, and
Right.
you know, we treat them as such. Just
So
like,
why are they hanging out?
I mean, we
Is
have
that still a question you're at?
Yeah. I mean,
We asked that.
Yeah,
Why
we asked that. Whether it be maybe they have unfinished business, maybe they're waiting for a
Have
loved
you
one.
seen
I
the
mean,
world?
Just coming to kick it, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
They just like our sparkling personality.
I don't know. Personally, as a spirit, I think that I would be the type of spirit who would come down just simply to mess with people.
Oh yeah, you would.
oh yeah.
Yeah, you would.
I would too.
I would
you know.
totally be that guy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be like yeah,
Gotcha.
I'd make stuff float around.
already do that.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
like, knock things off
Yeah.
the walls. Like that crazy guy in my
Yeah.
house. He's so much fun.
I know, right?
Never know
Why
what
aren't
he's
you
gonna
talking
do.
to me? I'm here.
Yep, exactly.
I said thank you for your present.
We were actually doing that. We had a close friend of ours pass away not too long ago, and
Yep.
we were at a cemetery up in Idaho Springs, and we were asking questions and asking our friend Hunter to come down and if he would help us and come try to prove that we can contact him or things like that. And we had some interesting things happen at the cemetery.
Oh yeah, we
Really?
So basically, we have a headlight that we wear at night, and it is that we use it like when we go in the mines and stuff. And so it has a knob on the side.
I'm just so excited.
She's very
No, it's
excited.
okay.
She goes going
So
mine.
there's a
I know.
knob. There's a knob on the side of it, and there's only two settings. You click it forward, and that does the floodlight.
Right.
You click it backwards, and then it goes bright. And each click backwards goes from bright down to dim, so you can
Oh, right, yeah.
right. So he's sitting there just after we had asked him, hey, can you come and help us out, or show us that you're here. Both lights started out really dim, and they both lit at the same time and got so bright that I thought the bulbs were going to explode out of his
Oh, wow.
light. And then, boom, it was off just like that.
Wow.
And so, which is really weird because there's only two settings. You can only click it forward and you can only click it back. And both lights will never come on at the same time.
Wow,
But
yeah.
for this reason, they both started really, really dim and then just grew and then just boom, off like that. And I was
Yeah.
like, wow, that was
Clearly,
right.
it was
Thank you for
clearly
your
an
answer.
Yeah, exactly. But that was right after we said that, and we both loved him very much. He was, our really good friend. So
yeah.
it's been hard, but it's one of those where we believe that he was probably there helping us out.
Yeah. Oh, that's very cool.
Definitely. Well,
That's
he,
very
he
cool.
answered you.
Yeah. And I also we wanted to come back and talk about shoot, it was just in my head, but messing with the spiritual realm and what people can do to avoid like inviting things. We talked about that a little bit on the
Right,
phone.
yeah.
Inviting unwanted things into your home. And a lot of people will be playing with the Ouija boards and stuff this week. So this next segment, you don't want to miss it. I want to hear it. Like I don't want that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
Anybody
Need
got
the
time?
wrong
Anybody
Yeah.
got time?
Ain't nobody got
Anybody
time for that. Yeah, exactly.
So we'll be right back. You're watching The Ladies' Room on worldviral.tv. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, this is Jacob Cade, and you're watching World Viral TV.
Hey, it's Pat Searcy down here at National Speaker and Sound on South Broadway. Come down and see us. We're now carrying Charvel, EVH gear, along with Mesa Boogie, Paul Reed Smith, Nash guitars. Come check us out. Mention World Viral. Get 10% off.
Roll the black.
You're on World Viral TV. Yeah. .tv.
Hello, everyone. This program was brought to you by National Speaker and Sound, Colorado's leading provider of pro audio music equipment. Right across the street from Herman's Hideaway at 1559 South Broadway.
National Speaker, where the pros shop.
World Viral.
National Speaker and Sound with a Pro Shop, Colorado's leading supplier of pro audio musical equipment with the highest quality guitars, basses, and amps on the planet. From a single cable to PA and lighting systems, DJ and recording equipment, National Speaker and Sound represents over 90 brands. EV, JBL, Mackie, PRS, Nash, Fox, and Mesa Boogie. For the serious musician, National Speaker and Sound service departments are unrivaled in the region with our certified electronics repair and speaker reconing. Our commercial division is Colorado's leading audiovisual installation contractor. Shop with the experts or visit us online at nationalspeaker.com.
what we're doing, and then we
Yeah.
will play it backwards. So
We're
that
just
people don't
we're just
think-
unpacking the whole playing things backwards for the spirits.
Right. Yeah.
Ghosts do they even hear you? They don't. They're just kind of they're just floating around.
Right. That's what I said. Ghosts are.
can't.
Yeah,
do,
they're just
do people in horror movies hear you when
No.
you're yelling at
No,
them to
of
stop
course-
running and splitting up?
Right. Of course not.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, they don't.
Yeah. No.
So we talked about going in graveyards. You protect a certain graveyard. You have seen stuff like that. Why should people not like go have fun this week and go hang out in graveyards and Pokemon hunt at night? Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah,
Do
right.
it. Don't do it.
Do it.
Well,
There's
one-
Gasly's.
One of the things we see is a lot of desecration and damage people have been doing to
Oh, yeah.
graveyards.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that upset us the most.
Yep.
Up in Central City, you have about 5 or 6 graveyards up there. And this summertime, it's like a big party up there. Campers parked out, 4-wheel drives, going around the graveyards, making noise and things like
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
So we
Yeah.
think it's kind of disrespectful. Like if
yeah.
that was your
Yeah.
last place to rest, why would you want all that going on around your house
Yep.
and your area where you're resting? So it kind of upset us when we saw
so
that.
do the spirits get mad and get up in their face and be like, shut that infernal thing off?
I would if I was there.
I would too.
I would too. But yeah,
That one,
yeah.
the noisy car came over there. Tell them about what happened then.
For which one?
We were in the graveyard and that car with the 2
Noisy.
kids across the street came in, and then we had that K2 that we were meeting the phone.
Oh, yeah, and it was that car, and those kids were daring each other to, who can get close to the graveyard, and they were super scared. And then here, I just get out by myself, and I walk in all by myself, and they're like, "Where's that guy going? Oh my gosh! Like he disappeared. He just went in there, And we've been up there so many times, but we tried to discourage them, and we really believe that, if you want to come visit your loved ones, why should you have to deal with partiers?
Yeah.
And people, being disrespectful in your loved one's place
Aren't
of
there
rest?
caretakers at grave sites? Not
Some-
maybe the old
You're
ones.
right. Sometimes, but usually the caretakers, especially like in Central City and that whole Black Hawk area and all that, they're usually living down in the city.
Oh, right.
So they're usually will try to come up, and we've seen
Police will come up there and do.
yeah, we've seen police,
Oh,
but we've
okay.
also seen new flowers or new things, on occasion.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And things like that. So we don't know if it's the caretaker or family members or
Okay.
people like
Now,
us.
so does the Ouija board, now speaking, because I just saw the movie, does that invite some unwanted? Liz, have you ever played Ouija?
I think when I was a really little kid, but
Yeah.
nothing recently.
Yeah, I would just say me personally, I would say no way, man.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth the risk.
No.
I didn't
That's
even want to
the way I
watch
look
the
at it.
movie.
Yeah.
Even unnerved me. I was like, oh my god, what am I inviting
Yeah.
by watching this?
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't want
exactly.
that in my life.
I would, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But me personally, just my opinion is that why, like you said, why chance it?
So, what are some of the signs then? If somebody, can you accidentally have, like a spirit that is not so happy? Can you accidentally have that follow you around and you don't know?
So here's the thing: is from my experience and personal experience too, is that if you are messing with the wrong sort, so
Yeah.
to speak, they will follow you. And so they follow you personally.
They like the attention.
Yeah, well, they follow you as an individual, which is why people always tell me, they're like, well, everywhere I go, I have problems. Like my house
Yeah.
is haunted everywhere. And it's like, it's not the house, it's you.
It's you.
Yeah, and so they
It's
attach.
you.
Yeah, it's you. So they attach themselves to you.
Stop being a
So,
spirit magnet.
so.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say. So what we tell people to get rid of those things is because after a while you start getting depressed, you start feeling sad, you start feeling like oh, I can't do this anymore, like my life sucks, blah blah blah. So we always encourage people to be active in their communities, get out and do some volunteer work, start doing things that bring in those good feelings
Positive
and help.
energy.
Yep, and helping others to help get rid of that kind of stuff.
The spirit will go away.
Yeah.
You can of course get rid of them.
Well, I know you can get rid of
No,
them.
I was just gonna say no. I knew a couple chicks like that. I guess I still technically know them, but like it was almost like they got off on it though. Like they were like into it, They're like, oh yeah, this terrible thing happens here and this happens here, and I'm just like, you guys are bringing that on yourselves. Like, why
Yeah.
would you want to do that? Like,
Well, yeah, that and people are always out for attention, so I don't know what to believe. you know, and so, you know.
They
I
might
believe
buy it.
sadness creates more sadness.
Well, yeah.
So if you're going to
Well, yeah,
be
it's
in
like
despair
Law of
and-
attraction.
You
like
start
the
you start a
yep.
ball rolling. It's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
keep
gonna
rolling
continue.
unless you can, you know, like
Right,
it's
yep.
in neural pathways too. You know, it's like if you're gonna have this one, like you have your neural highway going on. That's like you're programming yourself to think that way. You can take the side street and that'll become the highway, but you have to like get off the highway first.
Right.
You'll never know if you don't go.
Pokemon Go.
No.
Oh, no.
A Ghastly took her over right before the show. I'm just going to say.
That was a hunter. Thank
Hey.
you.
Yeah, but I
check
caught one.
yourself before you wreck yourself. Yeah, you got a
literally just
Ghastly.
I did get a Ghastly. Just
We got Ghastly.
right outside here. It was awesome.
Right out
I
that
was
door.
happy about that. Yeah, it was awesome.
And so come to the shows at Herman's. We have some shows coming up. This was our entertainment segment, so I'm going to throw it out there that the 29th is a really special show. Swami's going to be here, as well as like 6 other bands, right, Liz? I think the whole weekend is full of...
It's a packed weekend.
It's a packed weekend here at Herman's. Are there any costume, like, what do you call, contests?
I don't know off the top of my head,
I don't
but
think here.
check out the website, and it's got all the details for sure. HermansHideaway.com.
Did you feel any spirits in here in Herman's? It's been here a long time.
Well, not so much. Well, and that's the thing. And I get into that is because there's so much interference in here. I mean,
right,
you've
right.
got. I mean,
Oh, we
look at
did,
all
yeah,
the
we wanted to
cameras.
talk
Look at
about
all the
that.
lights. Look at all the plus in the ceiling. I mean, when we were just outside, you've got these open panels with all these heavy wiring going through, and
Right.
you have all the electromagnetic field just pulsing off of that. So I
And
mean,
you said a lot of people that think they're having sightings, it's really just... Oh, tell us about the tunnel. The tunnel with the quartz.
Yeah, sure. So I grew up in Minnesota, and so did Wade here. There is an old bike trail that they tore out an old rail line. They tore out the rail line and turned it into a bike path. And there are these tunnels that are about a mile and a half long. You have to get off your bike and walk through them with a flashlight. But right outside, there's a placard that tells you that because these tunnels were blasted through granite, and granite contains a lot of quartz mineral. Quartz we know is a recording mineral. That's why they use it in watches and VCR, tapes and stuff like that. So because of the quartz, you can still hear the trains going through the tunnels very faintly. And it's a pretty cool thing to do because you're walking through there and you can faintly hear those whistles and then like the of those trains because trains don't pass through a tunnel lightly. It's violent when they tear through the mountain like that.
I didn't realize that quartz would do that.
Yeah, it's a recording.
That's really crazy.
Yeah, isn't that
Yep.
wild? So if
Yep.
somebody
So-
thinks they're hearing stuff, it could be
Well, and that's the thing is,
Why would people use it for like cleansing and like positivity and
well,
stuff?
because like I said,
it
it's
records everything.
it's a recording mineral. If you put small electrical
clean it,
currents
right?
through it, that's when you can store stuff. It's like I don't want to say like a battery, but you can record stuff into it, and that's why, like I said, they use it in quartz watches and things like that. That being said, we know that like buildings, you got like the Stanley Hotel, things like that, they're built in granite. I mean, that's just boom.
Right.
And so we're not saying that it's a cause of that kind of stuff, but it can be a factor of activity being generated, things of that nature. And that's what we do. Is we try to take we take our environment and we figure out what's going on environmentally first. And then we do readings of the environment and we try to see what's going on, and we try to come and get rid of all that, and then what we're left with is then we try to investigate even the stuff that we're left with.
Yeah,
Try
that's
to
very
figure it
cool.
out,
Yeah, so they just gather the facts.
Yep.
And yeah, I didn't know that either about quartz. Now, and I asked you about like spirit guides and that sort of thing. A lot of people have spirit guides that they...
Right.
And what's your take on that?
Well, me personally, like my spirit guide's an eagle. That's why when I was a kid, I got my Eagle Scout like right off the bat, like right away, and just plowed through all that. My grandfather made me a stained glass eagle, a Native American. The eagle is a great symbol, and for our country, it's a symbol of freedom and it's, things like that. So I've always been fascinated with the eagle, and so I love spirit guides personally. So.
Yours is an ostrich?
No, mine's a gecko.
Oh, nice.
He's on my shoulder. Hold up.
Well, you can have multiple. Are these just your main one?
Yep, there you go.
Because you can have multiple,
Well,
yeah?
he was the first one I found.
Oh, I gotcha.
Hey, Fusus, I got a tattoo like that on my left shoulder.
Really?
Yeah, gecko.
Oh, my God.
We're
Yeah.
twinsies.
Look at that. That's very cool. How fun.
That pleases Feeses.
Immensely, which will be our next segment, What Pleases Feeses. It's going to come right up.
I'm a creep, it's fine.
Yeah, she's
Go with it.
You creep. Okay, so we have the haunted house in Estes Park. I wanted to make sure we shouted out about that because it's saving the veterans home up there. So it's not in the Stanley Hotel, I don't think. It's another place, but Google that because it's saving the veterans home and because they're about to lose it. So that's a really great fundraising haunted house, and it's all done by professional actors and professional scene builders and all that stuff. So that should be really fun. I think you're going, aren't you going?
Yep.
You're planning on it?
We're going to
Very
all
cool.
the haunted houses.
And the International Wine Fest is coming up, I think, November 1st, and we'll be there. We're going to film a segment there.
Obviously.
Yes. So go to that International Wine Festival. I think it's their 4th year running. So I want to give a shout out to that. So what about so your next thing is that you're looking for is where were you wanted to? Where was the place you wanted to?
Looking for a nice location for our 1-year anniversary.
Oh, right, anniversary. That's right.
Our 1-year anniversary.
Yeah, we're talking to a couple locations and nothing firm yet. And so, if anybody out there has a location they'd like to offer up for us for a 1-year anniversary in November.
What about Brownstone? Is that a conduit?
Brownstone.
Like brownstone, buildings built with brownstone.
Oh, you mean like
Palace?
Yeah, I was thinking, that or up by me in Westminster, you have that Westminster University.
Yeah.
The big castle up there on the hill.
Yep.
That was all built out of that set.
It used to be Loretto Heights, right?
Yeah, and it was actually doing some of the history back there. The KKK owned it for quite a while, and it was actually bought by, I think, a reverend and turned into a church, which it is now. That Pillar of Fire Church owns it now.
Oh, really?
And then there's that radio station.
I thought Tokyo owned it. I thought it was now Tokyo Loretto Heights.
I don't know. I'd have to keep digging into it. But.
I wouldn't be surprised now.
Yeah, that was a few decades ago, actually.
Right.
Dating myself. That happened. So
you're gonna buy yourself a nice steak dinner up?
Yeah.
No, what was funny was last week when I was like, oh my gosh, no, that person's old. They're like 50.
Right? I was like,
She just looks at me like, yeah. And so we're gonna talk more about this and what pleases Feezus on our last segment. We're gonna unpack this a little more, remind everybody where you can reach STAR, STAR, that's their company, and maybe even hook them up with a place for their 1st-year anniversary, or even if you have something to investigate other than that.
Definitely.
Like they're on it. Yeah.
Yep.
And how long have you been in company?
Well, like I said, it's November. Yeah, it's okay.
A 1-year anniversary.
1-year anniversary.
Again, should I start the slow clap now?
But yes, between the two of us, we've had plenty of years of experience.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it sounds like it.
So,
Very much so. Yeah. And a lot of people like I was saying on the phone, don't talk about this stuff because it's a little bit out there. But we're going to be right back and talk a little bit more about this and hear what pleases Feezus right after this. You are in the ladies' room at Herman's Hideaway on Broadway.
Hey, this is Jacob Cade, and you're watching World Viral TV.
Okay, so you can get recreational marijuana for fun, but some people need the medical benefits of cannabis. Know someone that needs a medical card? You can save money by simply seeing the right affordable medical marijuana doctors. Herbal Health Systems. You can book an appointment online at herbalhealthsystems.com or call 303-237-1223. Herbal Health Systems. herbalhealthsystems.com.
I wanna sully every piece of you. I just love the way you move.
World Viral.
Hello, everyone. This program was brought to you by National Speaker and Sound, Colorado's leading provider of pro audio music equipment. Right across the street from Herman's Hideaway at 1559 South Broadway.
National Speaker, where the pros shop.
World Viral.
National Speaker and Sound with a Pro Shop, Colorado's leading supplier of pro audio musical equipment with the highest quality guitars, basses, and amps on the planet. From a single cable to PA and lighting systems, DJ and recording equipment, National Speaker and Sound represents over 90 brands. EV, JBL, Mackie, PRS, Nash, Fox, and Mesa Boogie for the serious musician. National Speaker and Sound service departments are unrivaled in the region with our certified electronics repair and speaker reconing. Our commercial division is Colorado's leading audiovisual installation contractor. Shop with the experts or visit us online at nationalspeaker.com.
Mention GoFundMe page and stuff like that.
Okay, we're back. Hey, we're gonna get Ghastly. Valor? Never mind. If you don't know what that meant, just you're way too far off the bag for us to explain. So we're going to hear real quick before we hear from Feezus, what pleases Feezus. We're going to hear from our guests here from Star, Spencer and Wade. Bam!
Nice.
Finally, at the end of the
Right.
show.
Or
And
Warren.
we're gonna Ward, Wade, Warren,
whatever.
that dude over there. And we're hoping they can come on Counterculture Colorado and beyond this Saturday from 1 to 2 on kzkoradio.com. So don't miss that. We're going to unpack a little bit more from them because this is just an hour. We don't have a lot of time, but we'll get to it. We'll get to anything follow up that way. So tell us about your equipment and how it differs from what you see on TV.
And a lot of our stuff, unfortunately, it's kind of like our trade secret. But we use like K2 meters, the stuff that you kind of see on TV, but we use them for their real intended purpose. So, like the K2 meters are designed to pick up electromagnetic fields, EMFs, which, like I explained earlier on the phone, EMFs, large amounts and doses are not good for you. And that's like the radiation that comes off like your cell phones, your microwaves, your blenders, hair dryers, etc. And so we use that. And like I said, what we do in paranormal stuff, it's not an exact science. There is no professional. If someone says that, hey, we're an expert in paranormal, that's impossible because there's no college, there's no school. You can't go to school. You can't do this. So you can't really be an expert. And we're always learning, and we're never done learning. So the equipment that we use measures environmental. We measure like wind speeds, temperatures, outdoor temperatures, ground temperatures, things like that. So
that makes sense.
Science equipment,
So one of the things we see on television sometimes that kind of upset us. We're not saying these shows do this, but a K2 meter can also be set off by a cell phone. Like, so if you have a cell phone in your pocket, something like that, and you're holding a K2 in your hand, next thing you know, that light starts going off, and then you're going, "Oh, there's a ghost in the building."
Wow.
It could possibly be your cell phone. So
I was when you're getting a text and your phone's on top of a speaker.
Yeah, you remember how it goes? Dee, 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 dee. Yep. Well, that will pick that up, and it'll light up those lights. And so
interesting.
Yep. And that's why whenever we go out, we leave everything electronic away from us, and we only take one or two of the pieces of equipment that we know won't interfere with each other, and then we go out, and we come back, and then go out and come back. And
that's really wise because you're just reducing the variables, and it helps you get a clear read on whatever's going on.
And like our Facebook page, we actually have a short video showing how we had a K2 meter in the visor of the truck when we were in there, and it was going off, and we found that when Spencer turned his cell phone on, it was going off, and when we turned it off, it would stop.
Yep.
What surprised me was what you said about like blow dryers, how they're approved, but when you put them by your head to blow dry your hair, you're getting all this really crazy.
Right, right, because the EPA says that you shouldn't be exposed to more than like 2.5 or 2.3 milligauss.
Yeah.
And so the hair dryer plugged in at 3 feet away is about 2.6 milligauss, but then you crank that sucker on, put it by your head. Well, that's at 60,000 milligauss. So you can see where that is just kind of there, and the majority of and me included, we sit in that soup of radiation. In our kitchens, we got TVs, blenders, microwaves,
and now we have devices everywhere,
and devices, and so we're constantly in this huge bubble of radiation that we don't think about.
I wouldn't even thought of it. Now I'm going to use that as my forgetfulness excuse now.
Right.
Sorry, I did my hair yesterday.
Radiation soup. I don't know.
It's a radiation. It's killing me.
Have a little Triscuit with your soup. What pleases you, Feezus? What pleases you?
What pleases me is this hilarious story. So, like, I went on one of those ghost tours, right, on downtown Denver. It was like me and like a group of friends or whatever, and we got to like the first place. It was like the Molly Brown house, and like this tour guide is like, she's like standing there, and she's like, first she's like messing with her iPad, and she's like, I just can't get it to work. And then she's
the tour guide.
The tour guide, yeah.
What?
And then she's like, I don't understand. She's like, okay, well, so, it's haunted and stuff in there. And, weird things happened, and, you can't smoke cigars, and I just can't get it to work. And, like, she's just like reeking of booze this whole time. So basically she shows up to this like crunk as hell, and she ends up like, she's just like kind of, and then she starts yelling at everybody after this. She's like, hey, why are you talking back there? You know what? Your whispering is really distracting me. I don't know what you're saying. And like she starts like tripping out on everyone.
It's the ghost.
Well, and all of us are kind of like, what? Like, what's going on? Are you okay, buddy? And then she just took off down an alley.
She just walked away from her post.
She just walked off down an alley somewhere.
That's crazy.
And we're all just standing
Maybe
there.
maybe she was a spirit.
No, she was just drunk.
She was just losing her job.
She had spirits, is what more like it.
Yeah, she had
way
like,
too
like
many.
several too
Yeah,
many.
yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, she just walked off, hid behind a dumpster down an alley, and everyone's standing there like, should we follow her? Like, is she gonna be okay? She just crosses the street.
Yeah, I want my money back.
Bounces because everyone's. Are we supposed to like
showing us something in the alley?
Yeah, I didn't get my money back.
Did you go into the Molly Brown house?
No, it was the middle of the night. It was a ghost tour. It was like one of those ghost tours around Denver, and it was like they were supposed to walk you to all these different buildings and give you like the history
funny.
and like tell you about the like ghosts inside, you know. And
Hey,
yeah,
you know
she
what?
was
We're not
drunk.
discourage you from taking that tour. Don't know the name.
No,
of it.
no. I mean, I'd like to actually take
please.
it sometime.
Sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
Liz, do you have plans for Halloween?
Just gonna check out a couple shows probably here at Herman's actually.
Yeah, I can't wait. Swami's playing. They won't play for probably a little while. They haven't played in a while, so I'm excited to see them again.
I'm
Local
gonna barely
favorite.
I have my show ends an hour before they begin.
Yeah, when do you? Where's your show?
I'm at Mile High Con. I'm playing
Mile High Con. You are?
Yeah, I've got like a 2-hour set.
She's just
Yay!
finishing an album. She's just finishing an album called Eclan.
Eclan, yeah. Well, it's not quite finished yet, but we're working really hard on it. It's gonna be still a minute. There's a lot that's going into it. It's basically an auditory movie. So it's like a whole concept album, but it's not just like conceptual. It's like an auditory movie. It's going to be crazy, but there's a lot that's going into it, and there's like comic book series that's going along with
Nice.
it. And,
Yeah.
but
That's cool.
so yeah, I'm gonna be playing Mile High Con. I'm stoked to go kick it with those cats.
Have you done Mile High Con before? Is that fun?
I've covered it with Master Control.
Oh, okay.
My radio show. We'll cover Mile High Con, and like we hosted the Con Suite last year. So we broadcast live from Mile High Con. I love Mile High Con. It's awesome. But
Is it?
Yeah, it's like it's small enough, but like big enough, and they have like really cool stuff. That's where the Klingons serve chocolate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
cool.
So
Chocolate from Klingons. That doesn't
Yeah.
happen every day.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
why
exactly.
we beeline down the hall. The Harry Potter people got mad at us for talking in their classroom. Our bad. No, Mile High Con's gonna be sweet, but yeah, I play from 9 to 11 on the 29th on Friday.
Okay, 29th on Friday, 9 to 11. Go to Mile High Con, see Fee, then come to Herman's and see Swami because they're going on at like midnight, I think, or 11:30, somewhere like that. I know I'll be here for that, and I don't know if I'll be at Mile High Con. I haven't been to a Comic Con of any kind.
Comic Con is one convention. Is
I
what
know.
you're looking for.
Yeah, Comic Con.
It's one. It's one convention. Mile High Con is
They're teaming
a
up
different
on me.
convention.
Yeah, I know.
Figure your life
But
out.
they're comic stuff.
God, no, not always. No.
Well, what is this one?
It's got all kinds of. It's like got sci-fi. It's got.
Okay, sci-fi.
Yeah,
That's
a
what-
little mix of everything.
It's not like there's just comics and sci-fi. What's wrong with you?
I don't live in that world. I don't play that system. I'm not part of that system. Liz, have you ever been to a Comic Con or a Mile High Con?
A convention.
You should go. They're fun.
I've been to a convention. One was for bikes.
Nerdy
Totally
convention.
different.
Been to a motorcycle convention.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you
yeah,
go.
exactly. A bike
You
convention.
can't just say a Comic Con. A Comic Con. That's like. Oh, did you go to San Diego or Denver?
Okay, I've been corrected.
Figure your life out, man.
A sci-fi thing. I haven't been.
Did you
Yeah.
watch a Star Trek? By that, do you mean Star Wars or Star Trek or anything sci-fi? Because that's basically what you're saying.
I don't watch the sci-fi. Liz, have you been to a sci-fi anything?
Nada.
No, like role-playing?
Nada.
No.
I went somewhere
Liz,
else.
into
with
that.
that.
I'm sorry. We're going to talk to your boyfriend later and give her some tips. No. So this is
Cosplaying.
This is
Cosplay.
Spencer.
Cosplaying.
Different cosplay.
Very different than
Very-
playing. Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
How did I?
that different?
How was I birthed by
I
you?
don't know. I don't know.
We'll let you guys figure that out later.
Right? I was there. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure I was too.
Pretty
I don't
sure
know.
we were
Yeah,
both
yeah.
there. It happened. Okay, so STAR stands for, this is their company, STAR. I want to make sure we get in how to reach them. I think, how much time do we have, Liz?
We got a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Any more stories?
Well, they can check out our website.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll pick some good stories. We'll talk about them on Saturday on kzkoradio.com for Counterculture Colorado and Beyond, the radio show. That's from 1 to 2 live or anytime from anywhere. It's digital media as well, like this. You can watch or listen from anywhere. So your website is?
Again, it's, so it's starinvestigation.net. And that's where you can find us. And you'll find under the Contact Us tab, a link to our Facebook is there, as well as a couple episodes that we've posted of our videos that we've done. Now, mind you, they're just a quick collection of data, and we've just kind of put some music and thrown them together and things like that. So nothing professional, but it's just something so that, our viewers and our clients, as well as the people who are interested in, can really take a look and see what we do. It goes over about us, all that. Also, there's a link to our GoFundMe page. We are a nonprofit organization, so we have a GoFundMe page, which we use that money to help our clients and our communities so that we can provide them with a service. And so it's nothing like, we don't like pocket it and go out and do. We're not buying anything crazy with your money. This really does go to help our communities and help the people in there.
I think it's great. Like you're truth seekers, you're truth investigators.
Yep, exactly.
And that's very cool. I appreciate that a lot. So go to their GoFundMe, the star.net.
No, it's starinvestigation.net.
That's why I have them say it. And where can we find you?
Yep. So
Miss Slow Clap. Where can we find you, Fee?
phee.co without an M, not .com.
Do you have a
because I'm
GoFundMe?
too cool for com.
Right.
No, I don't have a GoFundMe, but I am fun and I'm Fee.
She's fun.
Yep.
And my website, phe.co, fee.co, has all the links to my stuff. So
there you go. So don't forget to listen to kzkoradio.com because we're going to unpack a lot more. I'm going to have a lot more questions, I know, after this. I love having that follow-up because I always think of more things that I want to
Right. Oh, yeah,
talk about.
definitely.
Yeah.
We definitely love to see you and definitely love having you.
Yeah, and tweet or Facebook me some questions or inquiries of any kind for them on Saturday, and we'll definitely get those on the air. Liz, thank you so much, and thanks for sharing your vision, your spirit. We know the difference now.
Yeah.
Spirit. And we're going to find out if there's any around here. Don't forget to come to Herman's this whole week, and I think starting tomorrow night. We've got something going on every night here at Herman's Hideaway. Been here forever. You've been watching The Ladies' Room with Megan, Fee, Liz behind the glass, the brains of the whole organization. Thank you for keeping us on track. And STAR investigations.net. Look how I did that.
Starinvestigation.net.
With Spencer and Wade, who will be back with me on Counterculture Colorado.
Yep.
Next week, we'll be back with even more fun stuff. Not as spooky. It wasn't really spooky because they're truth tellers. Hello.
Yeah.
But have a great Halloween and be safe. Okay? Don't go anywhere with... actually, look up Music Buzz Live because they're going to be on tomorrow night. And you can see those episodes on worldviral.tv. Bam.